Welcome back to Folk Solo Sports Show. All right, let's talk about Kevin Durant and the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, 8:30, Game 5. Got a lot of catching up to do, but I want to start off here first. All right, I want to just say that this right here is Kevin Durant's biggest game of his career. This is Kevin Durant's biggest game ever he will ever play, and this is bigger than any finals game he has played in. Everything. Both finals he's won against LeBron. This is Kevin Durant's biggest game of his career. Why is that? Because he's finally on the platform where everybody expects him to win like LeBron. I hear people like Brandon Marshall saying that it's unfair to hold him at this standard to beat this team. And I hear Nick Wright on the same thought aside that I'm on saying that how is it unfair? These expectations are put on LeBron all the time. Okay, so this is not unfair to put on Kevin Durant. LeBron James is no longer in the playoffs, and Kevin Durant is supposed to be the best player in basketball right now. Some people think even when LeBron is in the game and was still in the playoffs, they still think Kevin Durant is better. So if Kevin Durant is better, he has to put on like he's better, like LeBron has already done. And I see some people saying that the reason that LeBron has, LeBron gets killed for it is because he calls himself the best or something like that. No, the reason y'all kill LeBron for it is because he's getting compared to Jordan. Okay, so Kevin Durant gets the slab because he's not getting compared to Jordan. Okay, so Kevin Durant, that's why this is his biggest game. Because if he wins this game and he can win this game, this will elevate him. Some people already got him in their top 20. I don't think he's top 20, but some people do. If Kevin Durant can win this series, okay, if he can win this series, he will probably move up into my top 20 because this will be his first time he has ever really won and was expected to win against the same amount or a little bit more competition than he's going against. Okay, he almost did it with Russell Westbrook against the Warriors, but they didn't get it done. And now this is like only really his second opportunity to come out and get to show that he is the best player. Okay, and if he does do this, right, if Kevin Durant can do this, and this is another reason LeBron was getting called the best player and going up with challenges like this. Okay, LeBron isn't just getting called the best player because, people like him more. He's getting called the best player even, and Kevin Durant wonder why he was getting called the best player even after he won 2 finals MVPs. It's because what LeBron did, what LeBron already has done. When Kevin Durant won those 2 finals MVPs, the first one he still had Kyrie and Kevin Love, but the second one it was just him and Kevin Love. And now KD has that same situation. Blake Griffin isn't as good as Kevin Love was at that moment. You can argue. You never know. Blake Griffin has been playing a lot better than people thought he could. But they have almost the same amount of talent. He has almost the same amount of talent to deal with as LeBron did when he beat LeBron in the finals in 2018. Just him and Blake Griffin, just LeBron, Kevin Love, and a bunch of other guys he was already used to playing with. So at that point, that's the only advantage that LeBron had on KD at this point is he was used to playing with those other guys besides a star in Kevin Love. Kevin Durant, this is his first time, but even still, LeBron still had them in the finals in Game 6 in 2015 against the Warriors. And even before that, this is why LeBron gets called the best. if you want to call KD the best, he has to win this series. And I'm going to go even further. KD honestly has to make it to the finals. This is his biggest game tonight of his career, and this is his biggest season to really elevate. If he wants to look, if Kevin Durant can get to the finals, he will move into the top 10 with no question. You're going to have to take somebody else out the top 10. This is his biggest moment to shine. All right, I see James Harden is supposed to be coming back in, and I want that same energy from Rob Parker when James Harden ends up getting hurt again, trying to say how people sacrifice Anthony Davis for LeBron's legacy. If James Harden gets hurt again, they did the same thing for Kevin Durant's legacy, the same how you said the Golden State Warriors wanted to save themselves and hurt Kevin Durant again. I want that same energy, okay? But LeBron has been doing this, okay? This is why people can say he's the best player in the world. Because even before those finals, when he took the team, before he went to the Miami Heat, name another superstar or even a star in a bunch of people's eyes that he had when he took the Cavaliers to the finals against the San Antonio Spurs. And people, I don't know, don't try to say that it was a cakewalk to the finals. He was only, in his third or fourth year and did that? Come on. And Kevin Durant is now a more mature player, has way better basketball IQ, and he should be able to take them in his prime right now. Obviously, his injury, he was offended, getting asked if he thought he was going to be able to play this good, coming back from injury. So obviously the injury isn't even bothering him. And right now, Kevin Durant is probably playing his best basketball he's ever played and is in his prime right now. So he should be able to, honestly, no matter the matchup, he should be able to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. And he needs to be able to he doesn't have to win the NBA Finals, but he has to get to the NBA Finals without Harden and Kyrie, or even if Harden doesn't get hurt again, if he can still get there without the other two superstars, because he's not just playing with stars, he's playing with superstars. So if he can get there, and especially if James Harden goes back out, which I predict he will, being with the way you've seen how injuries have been happening. You've seen that nobody comes back from that right away, and they always end up getting hurt again from these leg injuries. Now, shoulder, arm, hand might be something different. We seen Steph Curry play, with a messed up hand a little bit. But the leg injuries is just a different situation. Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, James Harden, this is the second time he's went out, coming back. So I just don't think LeBron, the ankle still bothering him. So I just don't think that James Harden is going to be able to handle the pain on that leg and is going to play through it. He's going to end up going back out just like all the other guys did. And I want that same energy though. But if KD has to get this team to the finals to be in the top 10 of all time, and if he does this, he will know why. If he does that, he will know why people were still calling LeBron the best player in the world when he won 2 finals MVPs back to back. Okay? So this right here is Kevin Durant's opportunity. I hope he gets it done, because he is one of the best players to ever do it. But it's hard to say that he's top 20 or top 10 when you've seen every time he's won, he's had some of the best players around him to do it. And a championship team that was already won a championship before he came and went to 2 in a row on the Warriors. And when he went to the championship against LeBron, when he was with the Thunder, he kind of, you can say that he kind of went, without, having somebody that was, a superstar, but he still had Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and they were all still stars at the. You could, nah, they were even superstars at that point, honestly. So you can't really say he did it then because he still had 2 MVPs by him at that point in his career too. So this right here, if James Harden, I don't think James Harden will be healthy. So I'm just gonna say when James Harden goes back out because I just don't think he's going. I don't want it to happen, but I don't think it's gonna work. So when James Harden goes back out, if they even win this game and James Harden goes back out, okay, he has to come back in and shut it down in Game 6, and even farther when if he plays and he does progress to the Eastern Conference Finals, if he plays the 76ers or the Atlanta Hawks, whoever wins, he has to win. Especially if it's the Atlanta Hawks. If Trae Young is getting it done against all them 76er guys, Kevin Durant being a way better player, I believe in his eyes he would think, than Trae Young is, he most certainly has to beat the Atlanta Hawks to get to the finals. He doesn't have to win the finals because, okay, LeBron hasn't done it by himself, hasn't just won the finals completely by himself, but he at least got there. And that's where you can't call Kevin Durant a top 10 player yet because he hasn't at least gotten there like almost completely by himself. All right. So biggest game of Kevin Durant's career tonight. I hope he gets it done. And, other than that, he has to also show up for if his Jay Williams comments is true, what he said about Giannis. You definitely can't lose after that, man. If he's saying that don't ever compare me to, I don't know how true that is, but if he's saying that, you gotta win this too. On that alone, you gotta win this. Not even to get in the top 10, but you gotta do that. Because now if James Harden is good, then of course they'll probably win. But if not, and it's just Giannis versus KD, he gotta win now. You gotta win now. All right. This is Folk Solo Sports Show. Let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, get in the comment section. I'll get back with y'all. Peace.